Welcome to my 3 days in Tokyo, Japan vlog.
Saw you walking in the street one day, it was Sunday.
We flew on American Airlines from JFK, and the flight took about 14 and a half hours. The food was pretty bad, but we can't complain because we did get a free seat upgrade, so we got extra legroom. We landed at the airport around 3 p.m. and took the transit directly from the airport to our hotel.
Yeah, you was striding for them, cause you know just what you do. So if I never touch you, baby, you should know I'm going crazy. I can't do something wrong, cause I've been looking for the one I know. I think I found your love.
We chose to stay at the Via Inn Prime in Asakasa because of its location and the public bathhouse. It also has a 7-Eleven on the first floor, which was perfect for grabbing quick snacks and some other necessities. We ended up staying pretty high up on the 14th floor. The hotel also offered us pajamas to wear in the public areas. Most hotel rooms in Japan are pretty small, but the one we stayed in was actually a decent size. The bathroom was a little bit crowded, but it served its purpose.
You should know, you can tell me how
After checking in, we took a quick shower and tried our best to fight off the jet lag.
don't wanna pretend like I just wanna be friends.
I quickly got ready, but we were still too tired and hungry, so we just ended up grabbing dinner at the 7-Eleven downstairs. The convenience of having it right there in our hotel made it a pretty easy choice.
Looking for the one and now I think I found your love, cause things have never been this good before. Cause you're dancing in the corner, you're dancing high.
Time for a taste test. First up, the tuna mayo onigiri. I didn't really like it because it was just lacking in flavor. I'll give it a 2 out of 5 stars. The pork calisando on the other hand was very flavorful and it had a nice and tangy katsu sauce. The thin layer of shredded cabbage added a great texture to it as well. My mom actually really liked the onigiri, so she made me take another bite, but it still wasn't my favorite, as you can tell from the face. The most anticipated item was definitely the egg sando, and it did live up to its hype. The soft bread and the fluffy airy egg was just decadent. The chicken wasn't really up my alley though because it had a really strong ginger taste. We also picked up a seasoned soft-boiled egg item. The oden soup was definitely my favorite for the night because I was craving something hot and salty, and it was exactly what I needed. We kind of went at a bad time because a lot of the items were sold out, but I did end up getting the soup 3 more times on this trip, and I did try everything that I wanted in the end. We woke up pretty early this morning from the jet lag, and my mom went to the public bathhouse at like 5 a.m. Of course, we had to get 7-Eleven for breakfast again, and we needed to fuel up on the caffeine. The plan for the day was to go thrifting in Kitazawa and see where the day takes us. The tank is from Aritzia, the maxi skirt is from Abercrombie, and I'm gonna wear my Birks. Yeah. This trip was pretty last minute and we wanted to be as relaxed as we can, so we didn't really plan that much. Our hotel has access to a few transit lines, and on this day we took the Toyota line. We got there pretty early at around 9:30ish, but most thrift shops opened at around 10 or 11 a.m., so we just ended up strolling on the streets for a little bit. We came across the supermarket, so we had to walk in, and the entire time my mom and I were just appreciating how everything in Japan just makes sense. Like, the user experience is just so much better there. The food there looked so appetizing, but we were too full from breakfast, so we had to pass up on it. We briefly looked at the Uniqlo upstairs, but didn't get anything on this day because we were saving that for another day. The moment it hit 10, we were out the door and ready to shop. One thing about thrifting is it takes so much time. Like, you have to have the patience to sort through every single item to find potentially one item that you really like.
Kiss me now. Hand on my leg, choke, hold on my head.
I ended up getting this little bag from 2nd Street.
Wherever you are, wanna get carried away, won't wait.
And I also did try on this vintage red Burberry skirt, but it was missing a few buttons, so I didn't get it. I've always wanted to try Japanese McDonald's, so we took a quick stop there. The spicy chicken sandwich was actually so good. Afterwards, we stopped by this glasses store called Zoff. I think it's a glasses chain store in Japan. I tried on a few of their glasses and they were all so comfortable and light. But I had to resist the temptations because I had too many pairs of glasses already. The red ones were so cute. I was so close to getting them.
You exist now to my doom.
Spent the rest of the day shopping and just walking around Kitazawa.
Hand on the world.
We headed back to our hotel around 4 p.m. and took a much needed nap. Dinner was at a yakitori place that was around a 5-minute walk from our hotel. I thought the food was just alright. It was a little bland, but the atmosphere was pretty good and they did have an English menu, so it was pretty foreigner friendly.
Dove headfirst into the blue was the soup.
We ended the night at the public bathhouse and went to sleep at around 9 p.m. Started off the next day with, you guessed it, 7-Eleven again. It was raining pretty hard on this day, so the day consisted mostly of shopping. We ventured to this place called Jiyugaoka and it was about a 30-minute transit from our hotel. Started off at Book Off. They had a lot of nice secondhand handbags and jewelry. I tried on this Louis Vuitton Neverfull PM purse and it was in such good condition and the price was so good. My mom also wanted the YSL tote bag, so I had to try it on for her and she loved it too, so we got both bags. One thing I do want to mention though is that the employees here don't really speak English, so we had to communicate with them through Google Translate, but they were still very helpful and patient with us. We walked about 5 minutes over to 2nd Street next. I thought their purse selection was just alright, so we spent most of our time there looking through their clothes.
We'll call when we get the chance.
It's so much easier when you're looking at purses because they're so much bigger and you can see a bunch of them at the same time. Clothes, on the other hand, take much more time because you have to look at it one at a time.
We'll both get so sentimental. We know
I tried on this black dress and it did fit me pretty well, so I did end up getting this one.
and I've been thinking as of lately.
I also tried on this super cute Jill Sanders dress, but it couldn't fit me well in the armpit area, so I didn't end up getting it.
Catch you
At this point in our day, our hands were full of bags, so we had to head back to our hotel to drop some stuff off. We had a quick lunch at Yoshinoya after we got off the train, and I loved the curry katsu that they had. We took a quick break and went straight to Shinjuku for the night. My mom and I were both looking for Onitsuka Tigers, so when we saw the store, we had to stop by. The first floor was majority shoes, and the second floor was a lot of the clothes and the other accessories. People did say that a lot of the popular ones are sold out, but we did end up finding the colors and the sizes that we wanted. So the original plan was to go to the popular Gyukatsu place that everyone talks about, but it led us to the wrong store, and by the time I realized, we had already ordered, so we had to commit to it. Unfortunately, the food was not that good, so I don't really recommend it. On the third day, we started off the morning with visiting the shrine that was about a 10-minute walk from our hotel. Then we had a quick snack break at Family Mart, where I had the hand roll of my life. It actually altered my brain chemistry. If there's one thing that you must try from Family Mart, please let it be this. Trust me. We spent half the day in Shibuya and the rest of the day back in Shinjuku because we didn't get to explore as much the night before. We did check out a few of the Komeheo stores throughout our trip. Overall, I would say their bags are in really good condition and their prices are definitely on the higher end. Dinner was at a Michelin recommended tonkatsu place that was right next to our hotel. Remember to bring cash if you go to this restaurant. Thanks for watching my 3 days in Tokyo vlog. Stay tuned for the vlogs from the rest of my trip and more.